Match day 37, wake up MLS. We're jumping right in, wasting no time. As always, joined by a great cast and crew. Hector from Insert Name FC, Hitman Honda, Davi from the Blue Burrows Pod, and AJ back again from Atlanta United Fan TV. Guys, let's go ahead and jump in. There's a lot to discuss. We're going to make these predictions. Keep in mind with the double match day in this week, we're making them a little bit in advance. We're technically recording this prior to match day 36, which at the time of recording takes place tomorrow. So a lot of rotation I'm expecting to happen middle of the week. We'll see how that affects the Saturday slate of games, but the weekend is what we're here to talk about on this video. So let's not waste any more time. We have 3 juicy previews to jump into and then quick fire predictions at the very end. All right, so we're going to be jumping right in with AJ's lads, man. Atlanta United hosting the Red Bulls.
Oh boy,
Playoffs are still there, brother. They're still there. The one team that seemingly should have hit the reset button a long time ago, right? With all 3 DPs moving on, with the coach being let go, with Bocanegra now being out, like all of this is just screaming rebuild. And Atlanta United still here.
Yeah, we're still mathematically in here, but we're relying on a lot of other factors here. And hopefully a Philly resurgence is not actually happening. But, you know, that part, I think, is probably the toughest one because we have to be able to rely on them to drop points. And I'm not sure. And especially,
to be fair, you guys did take points off them the last game.
We did, but not enough. It's doesn't move the needle. It still was 9 via 11th place, and we're still in 11th place. And New York Red Bulls, they're I think our game against them, it was a draw, and it was I think it was closer than it was ever at Red Bull Arena. For the history of us at Red Bull Arena is dire, but somehow we're looking better on the road. Yeah, and so at home, it's like this is going to be really interesting how Red Bull come out. Are they going to want to play? I think they do, because this is this iteration of the Red Bulls, and without maybe the benefit of knowledge of what's actually going to happen. If we're being honest, this is kind of a blind prediction. So if they have no injuries, if LA United have no injuries, and it is what it is, they don't have. They don't have Forsberg. I mean, okay. Well, then, this I think is a lot more right for us to get the points. And Moranchuk at home, he got off the mark, got a goal. Now he's got some momentum on his side. I feel like we can do a 2-1 against Red Bulls, but it's always a tough game against Red Bulls, so it's not a given at all.
I will say this though, bro. You guys, let's say you beat Montreal right in the middle of the week, and you go into this game with that momentum, knowing that you're tied on points, you're just outside the playoffs. I think Red Bulls right now, like you said, like we've talked about when it comes to like the Hudson River Derby and all of that, and just the pain that comes from losing that big to a rivalry, how can almost like sometimes we've seen it not just in MLS, but I would say across global football. Like those matchups can be such a downer for a team. They could kill morale, especially with a team that already kind of has their spot locked up, and maybe they lose a little bit of concentration at this point in the season. This could be exactly the right timing for this matchup to happen, at least when it comes to Atlanta United, right? So, look, I think if you guys take down Montreal in the middle of the week, this becomes an almost must-see TV for anybody, at least in the Eastern Conference. Any fan who's paying attention to how things can shift prior to playoffs getting here. I'm going to back Atlanta, man. I think so. I think it's going to happen. I just think Red Bulls are difficult to predict right now. And then just going off of the most recent form, absolutely being slapped up in a game they should have been there ready to play. It doesn't bode well. It just doesn't bode well for what I think this team how they can conclude the season. And Atlanta United, I think, I can't remember who the player was, AJ. You might be able to tell me. There was a I can't remember what his name was. Did an interview last week, I want to say, or maybe the week before, and talked about they are gunning for playoffs. There is no player that has a mentality of like, oh, I hope we get in. It's like we're pushing for it tooth and nail. despite all the obstacles you've had to overcome this season. I feel like the mentality is stronger with this team than it is with the Red Bulls.
I mean, they've been saying this all season long, and I mean, honestly, you've chosen them almost every single week that I've been on, and I mean, it hasn't gone well. And I don't,
don't jinx me, bro. Don't jinx
not blaming you, but no, I mean, it is just like this team is completely Jekyll and Hyde. There's no like we play up to competition, we play down to competition, just like Honda's team, but it's even worse. It's like. Yeah, there's no. If I were a betting man, I'd be broke.
We all be broke, I think. Fair enough. I think we'd all be broke when it comes to at least certain predictions on this show. Unless you're Hector betting reverse jinxing the Houston Dynamo every week, but outside of that, it'd be pretty. Okay, look, AJ's back. Can you say a draw?
I know I said 2-1. I'm gonna back it. It's very soft ground, but I'm backing it.
That's why. That's why we're gonna break the duck here, AJ. Normally I back your team and you don't. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back you too. The game's on a Saturday. NYC plays on a Sunday. I'm gonna hate watch this game, and hopefully you see Atlanta roll them off the pitch again. So
I love a good hate watch, bro.
I want to see that graphic again. I need to see that graphic again.
Which one? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. We're not doing that again, bro.
So
you got me in pre-production. By the way,
a family app.
Yeah, he got me in the pre-show, bro. Man just wants to see. He wants to. Do something.
Pee Wee Herman, that graphic.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. I was like, man, come on, man.
Just show me that. Show me that beautiful scoreline. Beautiful.
That's some nasty work over there.
I don't think Dobby knows who Pee Wee Herman is. Now that I just said that,
we might have aged ourselves a little bit, Hector. Just a little bit. Rest of the predictions, guys. Atlanta, Red Bulls. Which way are we going? Honda, Hector.
Give me Atlanta, bro.
Back-to-back Hot Atlanta, baby.
Hot Atlanta.
Oh my god.
Atlanta in the
oh my god. Oh jeez.
Atlanta.
It's okay, baby.
Look,
I think
I would say we apologize, but we really don't. I think it's just
it's because you guys are calling it Hot Atlanta that the karma, the luck is just completely flipped.
Is that what it
is? Upside down.
No, because they've been winning when I've been saying Hot Atlanta.
Fair enough.
Hope
so. We'll have to find out. We'll see if it's a jinx or not. We'll see how it goes. All right, man. That's a good one. I think it's gonna be a juicy matchup. Those two teams need wins for very different reasons. We'll find out how it goes. The second preview: Cincinnati hosting Orlando. Very interesting game. Third versus fourth. I think Orlando right now probably one of the hottest teams in MLS. Just Pareja finding a way to get the most out of his men despite that very crazy start they had of the season. And with the talent they have on paper, none of us saw that coming. There were so many picks all around the league, even on this show, right? Hector, backing his team tooth and nail. This one might have worked out for you, bro. So it might have worked out for you. They're pushing for it. Coming off the back of that impressive road win against Dallas. Cincinnati losing to LAFC, a good team, but still losing at home with the TQL. I think just two completely different forms, if you will, right, to the respective teams. Orlando, in my opinion, a better team on the road, and that's kind of why I want to back them. I think you're going to keep this thing going. When I went to the game and watched them play against Dallas, it wasn't just the fact that they pumped in 3 goals; it was how it happened. Their ability to press from the front, how cohesive they were, and the pressure they applied. Just some of the passing and the movement I saw. It feels like they're peaking at the right time. Every team, in my opinion, in the East should be wary of Orlando. Like they really, really should. I know AJ probably hates to hear that shit, but it is what it is, man. I mean, they're a good team.
Yeah, they are good. I'll give them that. But I don't. Still
not much else, though, right? Not much else.
Yeah, yep. Still not gonna win this game though.
Him muttering
crazy,
those words.
Bro.
Him muttering those words physically pained him.
Yeah,
it did. Yeah, we can cut this bit too.
I don't want to be on camera showing you for Orlando.
Exactly, but I think it's 2-2 because I mean for the opposite reasons of Inter Miami versus Columbus Crew, I think these two teams have everything to play for. They have to play, and they have to pretty much. I mean Orlando wants to usurp Cincy do not want to be usurped, even though there's the possibility is low, but it's in there. Like, it's possible if the run is good enough. And this is, again, a blind prediction. So,
did we lose JJ?
Oh boy.
You're good,
I'm still here. I'm still here, but
there. You're good. You're good. But we got the take,
man,
bro. We got the take.
Yeah.
His studio right now is even kicking him out because of the praise.
Yeah. So you know what, man? LA United Fan TV rejects that take. They reject that take collectively.
My equipment through and through, Atlanta United.
Yeah, they bleed. Was it crimson and gold? I don't know what the actual red is.
No, red, black, and gold. Yeah.
Red, black, and gold. All right. Yeah. Well, look, I think it's a solid take. I just think that Orlando they're getting Cincinnati at the right time. That's the only rebuttal I have to that. They're getting them at the right time, right? So and they're just in crazy form. The right time for two reasons. They're in crazy form, and Cincinnati's not. So, look, if Cincinnati in match day 36, right? They're going to have NYCFC. If they don't put in a strong performance, I think it's Orlando all the way through. I really feel that way. They could blame rotation or whatever it is if they lose like 2-1 or 3-1 convincingly to NYC, but I don't really care about any of that. All that's just context and detail.
That game is also at Red Bull, so that's an important detail to put.
Yeah. Fair enough. But I think that if you lose, right? If you lose in a convincing fashion to NYC, who've had their struggles up until the derby, I feel like this is all Orlando, in my opinion. Like, I think Padaz is just going to have his guys up for this one. Hector, I'm almost positive you're going to back Orlando on this one. I can't see another take here.
No, yeah, I mean, I am going for Orlando, but I think also yes, they've been good on the road, but we're talking about in the playoffs, you kind of want that home field advantage. And at the same time, when you look at the teams that are above Orlando right now, besides Miami, kind of cold.
Well,
and so, I think obviously they got eliminated at home last season, but I still think any team would still want to have some sort of home field advantage in the postseason. So I think Orlando does still have a lot to play for. It's 10 points away from Cincinnati, but at any points that they can gain is going to be pivotal for them.
Yeah, that's fair. Honda, how you feel about this one, bro?
Orlando.
Yeah, I'm in Orlando too. I think it's going to be probably a close game. I don't think Cincinnati gets shit on. I think that they have two very key playmakers, and outside of that, it gets very dicey. So the Argentines might have to carry them against an Orlando team that is in such great form. But we'll see how it all goes.
Who did AJ back? Did he back Cincy?
Yeah, he's never going to back Orlando, bro.
All right, I'm gonna join him. I'm gonna back Cincy too.
AJ, you said draw?
It was 2-2.
2-2. Okay. Yeah. I was like, he'll never see Orlando. So it was either a draw or fucking Cincinnati win.
So I'll be the lone Cincy man then.
I could see Cincy winning, but Orlando is just too hot right now, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I agree with that take, but we'll see how it all goes. A potential playoff matchup in this one. So stay tuned for the matches ahead. And then finally, we get to a Western Conference matchup as part of this preview. We get the Whitecaps hosting the Loons, man. Vancouver going to be very, very interesting to see kind of what happens as they get ready to host this one at BC Place, mainly because the Loons are just, I don't know, man. Across the whole season, you could say kind of hot, cold, like started off very hot, had a stretch of terrible form, also a run of form where they were missing a lot of players. They get players back. Now they're looking good again. Like, I just don't know how to feel about this team, but they are going to be a playoff team. Both these teams will. And so I think it's going to be really interesting to find out how it all nets out. But how do you feel like this one's going to go? I think it's going to be very, very close. In fact, I don't even see very many goals in this one. It could just be a lot of chances created on both sides. I feel like it's going to be Vancouver, but I can be wrong. Oh, keep in mind, by the way, I think I mentioned it for the 36 predictions, but for Matchday 37 as well. Ryan Gauld played in the Canadian Championship match, did not play in the previous matchup. Who did they play against? Can anybody pull that up? Vancouver.
Seattle?
Yeah. So versus Seattle, did not play, didn't even make the roster. I'm reading articles and hearing news that he might have picked up a knock that might see him out until November. So that's a major loss for the Whitecaps. Should they, again, get into postseason and get ready to kind of take on some powerhouse teams in the West? Like, I don't know. It's a massive playmaker. Like Fafa Picault is going to have to really step into his shoes and be the guy outside of Brian White. So I don't know, man.
You mentioned that, but then you look at these last two games after this Minnesota matchup. You got LAFC and Real Salt Lake, which
So
I mean,
maybe a good warm up then for playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I just think the jury's out on this version of Vancouver without Gauld. I think Gauld is so critical to what they do. But how do we? I don't know. Like outside of this being a close game, I think we all feel it will be. Is there? I don't know. Is it going to be straightforward and because it's at BC Place, so difficult to play there? Vancouver should win this game, or do the Loons have a chance?
I think the Loons have a chance. I mean, it's a 6-pointer. They have to win, and I mean, pretty decent form. It's not without the realm of possibility. I think they can eke it out 2-1.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad shot. And that's true. They do have more motivation, right? Because their spot isn't really close to being safe. I mean, right now you look at the table. Minnesota is sitting in 8th, tied at 45, and that's good enough to keep them tied with Portland, who has the same exact point total. But I mean, Vancouver's just ahead of them. Like AJ said, this could be legitimately a massive point swing. 47 points, 45 points. I mean, if the Loons get this one, it's a big road win that reinforces some confidence ahead of the playoffs and puts that point swing in their favor, if you will. So yeah, it's a good shout for the Loons. So that's your back in AJ?
2-1.
2-1. Okay. Guys?
I agree. 2-1 mini.
I'm gonna say draw.
I'm gonna say draw too, actually.
I'm gonna go for the home team, Vancouver Whitecaps.
All right.
Low scoring, yeah.
Low scoring, yeah. I think they're great at chance creation. They're not always clinical, but if the Caps score early, they'll win this game. I'm just banking that they won't. I think it'll be a draw, but we'll see how it all happens, man. But yeah, man, that is it. Those are our 3 previews for match day 37. I know it's a little bit shorter than our normal match day preview, but at the end of the day, there's so many matchups now at this point of the season that don't carry a lot of weight, especially in the Western Conference. And it's unfortunate, man. My team's in that fucking boat. Austin's in that boat. There's a few others, right? That the season's almost chalked. If we lose this game coming up, either one of these games coming up in match day 36-37, it's over for more than a few teams. So yeah, I think the East is a little more interesting, and there are just a handful of matchups in either one of these match days that we can really kind of preview and pick apart. So that's the reasoning. But let's go to quickfire predictions, and then we will get out of here, gentlemen. Toronto hosting Miami.
Miami. Yeah, Miami probably 2-0.
Really?
And Miami
2-0.
2-0.
Didn't they draw to you guys in Atlanta?
That's the thing, man. Like, yes. Yes, they do play down sometimes to competition as far as Miami, but I think, yeah, I mean, Toronto not great at home. It's just business.
All right,
Smack
fair enough. I think we just it's like Miami just like they're the safe pick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It is, but it's just like I don't see Toronto like doing enough here.
Oh, here we go. Honda.
There you go.
Okay, go Toronto. Go Toronto.
Toronto. What's the score, bro? What's the score?
Give me like a 2-1, 3-1.
He said, "Fuck it, we ball." Toronto. All right, I like it. Hector.
I mean, the question would be like, where is Miami at this point? Are they? Is there really anything else for them to play for? Like, who can catch up to them at this point for that community shield?
No one.
Supporter shield.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing.
Same value.
Actually, fair point. By the way, a question I want to ask: if Miami wins Supporters Shield, is MLS Cup just out the window?
With Messi, I think it's probably the exception.
Yeah,
for the sake of the agenda, yes.
Yes. Let's go.
because Xiaoyan would want you guys.
I was gonna say
remember.
hashtag Xiaoyan knows, bro. Hashtag Xiaoyan knows.
Because Xiaoyan would want you guys to know.
Yeah,
The
he
Supporters
would
Shield
die on
winner.
the hill that Supporters Shield winners do not win MLS Cup. So that has historically been the case, but I got a feeling Messi could be the exception. But who knows? It's just a question I wanted to ask. All right, yeah, we'll see how this game goes. Charlotte hosting Montreal.
Whew.
I'll be
Can't
honest.
say it.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Draw.
Yeah. yeah,
I'm
bro.
just being honest. Like I don't really care about this game.
You
The-
praise Dean Smith.
But it's against Montreal again, bro. It's just I don't have.
Charlotte's already in the playoffs.
I don't have a
Montreal,
horse
they're
in
probably
this
gonna be
race, bro. Just
eliminated.
I'm here for the
Yeah.
vibes. You know what I mean? I'm here for the vibes.
What vibes from this
Yeah.
game, bro?
Dean
There are no
Smith, bro. Dean Smith masterclass is always a vibe, man. Give me and low key, me and AJ first off nailed that take at the beginning of the season. At some point, we cannot let Xiaoyan and John escape the allegations, bro. There's got to be
Nowhere to be found.
MLS. Yeah,
Those guys.
crickets since then. But hey, no. I guess we're just stacking receipts over here. So yeah, I'm gonna say Charlotte because we don't know yet if they're gonna be the home team, right? With
Yeah.
Hurricane
If they
and
are.
everything going on there. If they are, I expect them to win. But if not, call it a draw. Again, I don't really care.
It's probably Charlotte because Montreal going to ship goals. It's just what happens. So
Yeah, I agree. Guys,
Can I predict the game being canceled?
I mean,
when is
they
it going to be
can't-
played? Yeah,
They
it's
got-
like
they got-
yeah,
play it at some point.
I think at this point, if you can't play a game, and I don't feel you just flip it. I think just reverse the fixture and like you at this point they have to keep the matches moving. Although the international break is coming, I guess you could maybe slot it in for that. But even then, it's like what is that, like a week away?
All right, just give me
Yeah.
Charlotte, bro.
Yeah, it's like a week from this coming weekend. So like, yeah, I don't think so. But
Lassiter is not on Montreal anymore. They're cooked, bro. Like I already said.
I know, man. Montreal they gave us all hope. They gave their own fan base hope, man. They were cursing us out in French Canadian, and now they're just cursing at their team in French Canadian.
Nah, I'm gonna just take the draw on this one.
All right, I think that's all of our picks. New England, DC.
talk
DC.
about meh. Talk about meh.
This one's tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say DC.
Should be DC.
Scoreless draw.
You know what?
We're
DC
starting to see why there was
beat
only 3
Nashville.
previews. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
DC beats Nashville. They're gonna be on hopes for the playoffs still. Give me DC again.
But they're not.
But they're not. Yeah, DC have to win this game if there's any shot in hell. Give me DC. Benteke. By the way, where does he end? At 21 now? Where's
21, yeah, 21.
He's finished at 21 goals. Does he get scored
By this
anymore?
game.
I think 23.
23?
He's got a few more on him.
I think he hits 25.
Oh.
That'd be crazy. 25. When's the last time? Well, I'm trying to think of how many did Cucho have last season? I know he came in late, but like, I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Let us know in the comments down below. I'm kind of curious where 25 stacks up against some of the more prolific goal scorers in recent MLS history, but it's definitely a great tally. Definitely a great tally. Everybody got their picks in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Easy.
cool. Columbus, Philadelphia.
Columbus.
Columbus is locked in
Yeah.
already, man. Philly have to win this game to keep pace with Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I think Columbus has
You're
to.
gonna have to
help
say
us out.
Columbus for the sake of your team. You're gonna have to.
I know exactly, but it's also I think they can too. I think there's a little bit of motivation from them, just to kind of stay sharp for the playoffs.
That's
but-
true.
Yeah, so I think
And
2-1.
they'll be wary of Philadelphia a little bit. Like Gazdag's playing well again. I mean, like
Yeah,
you know, there's something over
he's
there.
tied for third in the goal scored. So
Yeah, he's been on a
Yeah.
crazy run. I at least as of late, he kind of had some ups and downs throughout the season, but he's back, and I think that's something Nancy will pay attention to for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, they can't sputter into the playoffs. And for the record, Cucho had 21 last year.
Yeah, and that's that he didn't play
Yeah.
the full fucking season. So you imagine,
Exactly.
bro, imagine.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a shame he didn't like have a crazy season this season to compete with Benteke, but still, 2023 was insane. Yeah, give me Columbus, bro. Give me Columbus.
For the sake of Philadelphia holding it disrespectfully, give me Columbus 3-0.
Hold up. Same, Hector.
I might have to go with Philadelphia. I think this might be.
Oh no, hashtag Hector knows, bro.
Nah, why is Hector the hipster on this episode, bro? I don't understand, man. Like, I don't get it.
What?
I don't get it, bro. We were all doing so well, man.
Man, you're not a real fan. You're not a real fan. You weren't there in
I
96.
love that. Hey, that's a comment, Hector W. I like that. That's a great take. That was good. Kansas City hosting LAFC.
Oof.
LA.
Cavincho, look away.
Cavincho, look away.
It's a rematch too.
Open Cup revenge game? No.
You know what? LAFC already got it locked up. Kansas City. I mean,
they got the LAFC
City, bro.
LAFC 2 squads out there.
Brian, fuck
Yeah,
it, bro.
right.
I mean,
Fuck
like,
it,
revenge
Kansas City,
game. They took him to extra time. You know, there's maybe something there for Kansas City.
It might be.
What? Something, but what is that?
Right.
A Pulido masterclass. Give me Kansas. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to back LAFC, bro. It'll be close. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think LAFC can win again.
I mean, at this point, a Polito masterclass is just staying healthy.
Yeah, for real.
Or just being able to create chances. Like, I don't know. Last season, Polito was like long gone. It's crazy.
I'll just go for the hot take. Just go for the hot take. Kansas City.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Everybody got the picks in? Good.
No, LAFC. Yep.
St. Louis versus Houston. Houston on the road.
They better win it.
I mean, like St. Louis is what's crazy that the season's over and they're still showing up for games, man. The crowd's still a factor, you know, in these matches. So that's kind of cool to see. I'll be honest, as like you know, just outside looking into that fan base, it's pretty dope to see. Just with how crazy the season has been, negatively, of course. I don't know if it'll be enough. I'm going to call a draw on this one.
I'm taking the Louis.
Back in St. Louis all the way through. Okay.
2-2.
Give me Houston.
Honda. Houston and Hector. Are you going to back the draw?
Nah, I'm going with Houston. I think them on the road has been a real breath of fresh air for Houston. So I think that they're going to keep that going.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Colorado hosting Seattle. Woo! Up the Pids, bro. Give me the Rapids.
The altitude.
Yeah. It could be again, but
Not the case that they beat Galaxy, right? They're gonna be hot. It's Colorado.
Fair. Rocky Mountains versus Mount Rainier.
I'm a little Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado.
I think a 3-3 draw.
You couldn't just let us have it, AJ.
Nope. just like Hector. Not gonna let you have it.
Not gonna let us have it,
Fucking
bro. Hey, fair play. LA Galaxy hosting Austin. The revenge game might be in and down in Carson.
Hey, man, if you just became an Austin FC fan, you better not be at that stadium. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm going to say this, Honda, bro. If you guys get swept by Austin FC, I'm going to call this shit right now. First round exit for the Galaxy in the playoffs. Ain't no way you guys get swept by Austin FC in the season. Do not let that happen.
We better fucking destroy them at home. Shit. I don't care
if they get anything from this game. If they get a point, 3 points.
But you guys played down, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they got shut out by Austin at the Q2 when this happened. This was the start of Austin's 2-month run of hope.
This is at home though. At home,
this was the start of the hot air balloon that was Austin FC fans' egos. So I mean,
it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. I was at this game actually down at the Q2. It was the same game where was it Perez, right? The Real Madrid president, for those who don't know, Florentino Perez was there. I thought it was so fucking random.
Oh yeah.
MLS game. I was like,
yeah,
bro,
he had like a jersey and everything, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I think they said he was in Texas to see Luka Doncic play. So for those who don't follow basketball, plays for the Mavs. He's a Real Madrid product.
He's rigging other sports too, huh? This fucking bastard.
I don't know, maybe, bro, but I mean, at a minimum, appreciating, I guess former Real Madrid talent.
So he went from Dallas to Austin.
Got to experience that classic Texas 35 drive. You know what I mean?
Well,
like that.
did
He must
Jerry
have been
Jones
thoroughly
hit him up?
impressed. What's that?
Did Jerry Jones hit him up or something?
I
or?
think
Jerry Jones
I
raw the red card for anybody
I
that says
think
Jerry
they
Jones,
did.
bro. I'm
I
just
think
saying,
he
like
did.
I've never seen Jerry give a shit about anybody outside of the organization.
Oh, it
But
doesn't
maybe,
matter.
maybe.
It doesn't matter how much ringing. They're not going to win shit. The Cowboys.
Well, look, I'm from Dallas. Let's put that one beyond me because I don't care about that one either.
He's like,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not touching
say-
that one 10 football.
Yeah, let's not touch that one. I'm gonna say Galaxy should win this game. I'm gonna pick the Galaxy, but trust, bro, if Austin get even a point, Honda, there's the time of reckoning will come, my man. I think playoffs are gonna be tough. I'm back in the Galaxy this one.
Galaxy by 3.
Yeah, Galaxy Royce hat trick.
Hey, by the way-
Masterclass. Miguel Berry Masterclass.
Bro, I will say this, by the way. We said revenge game
Yeah,
for
there we go,
Galaxy. There's also some revenge game factor on the opposite side for Giassi Zardes, who pumped in over 100 goals for the Galaxy. So
Hey, I'll say this right now.
I
If
don't
Miguel
know,
Berry
man.
gets a hat trick versus Austin, I will glaze him in the next episode. You're glazed.
You might have to get his jersey.
yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll get his jersey, bro.
Fuck it.
Uh,
He's that confident, bro. That confident. I like it. I respect it. San Jose hosting Salt Lake.
Oof.
Salt
should be
Lake.
Salt Lake. Yeah.
San Jose, look, bro, season's been over for a long time. Geez, hit the reset button. Don't even show up for this one.
Yep.
It's
4-0.
gonna be Salt Lake. It's gonna be Salt Lake.
RSL.
Damn, 4-0. Holy shit. That'd be crazy, but it
you're
wouldn't
able to
surprise me.
reverse the
Yep.
neuter. Salt Lake.
Oh, yeah.
This
No,
might
bro,
be-
they don't need to be vintage Salt Lake. They just need to show up and not suck. Like, I'll be honest, like, just show
Bro,
up
this
and
is
not
It's
be
like
trash.
This is like college football right here, where Texas A&M plays like some
Tulane, not even, bro. Get Appalachian State to kick off the fucking season. All right, let's run it. Give me seven touchdowns. It's between 7 and 10 touchdowns. Let's call it a fucking day and go home. This is exactly what this game should be on paper. I think it's Salt Lake all the way through. Right?
Yeah, even the dog with no teeth, right, will beat San Jose.
Yeah, because you don't need teeth, right? You need to show up, at least for the most part. NYCFC hosting Nashville.
3-1 New York City.
NYCFC
3-1.
will put the nail in the coffin. Nashville.
Even this game is also at Red Bull Arena, but I mean, it depends if the Mets fuck it up. I mean, they won today, so fuck. I mean, it doesn't matter. Mets aren't going to make the World Series. We'll get it for the playoffs.
Yeah, let's be real. The Mets
yeah.
always fuck it up. So
Yeah. hey, you know what?
Fair play,
All it
fair
takes is one mistake, and they're fucked. So,
Yeah.
I think this game's at Red Bull Arena. So, but
This is the first
I don't-
Sunday game, by the way. Day
Yeah.
game.
I don't think it'll change much. I think New York City's going to win this game.
Yeah, they should. And the reason I'm saying that they probably will win because I think Nashville will lose to DC midweek. That will absolutely squash any sort of playoff hopes for Nashville. And then NYCFC are just still trying to keep the form running going into playoffs. So I think there should be a clear favorite for this.
yeah, they'll be
I'm backing
demoralized.
NYCFC. Yeah, I agree. I don't know about. We say 3-1. I'm gonna say 2. 4 goals by these two teams, kind of crazy. I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0. Okay, fair enough. Hector Honda, same thing.
Yeah, 2-0 NYCFC.
No cash bill.
No Cashville. No
No
more
Cashville.
Cashville.
No
what
cash
a run.
bill.
What a run. Let's
What a run.
I mean,
What a run,
yeah,
guys.
they literally have to win the rest of their games and
Yeah.
still not probably make the playoffs. But still,
They just honestly, it was lost. They lost to the Revs. It was
Yeah.
lost and lost.
Yeah, no.
Bro, this team was literally at the bottom, and somehow was more entertaining to watch.
It is.
Seeing
Yeah,
them
bro.
maybe make it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
It was fucked. They lost to the Revs, bro. So
Yeah.
that Chicago game were actually the 2 games where I was like, those are the easy wins of the whole what's left of the schedule. Those are the 2 that they should get no matter what. And when you drop one of those, I feel like the rest of the season's just chalked at that point.
yeah.
And then finally, the night game for Sunday. Feels weird. This is Dallas's first Sunday game all season. Portland hosting FC Dallas.
Jose, RIP to your boys. Portland's going to win.
They didn't win last time, but fair play.
In Portland.
Dallas did beat Portland in Dallas, but it
If
is in
Dallas
Texas.
are somehow still in contention,
They won't
Right,
be.
somehow.
They won't be. But
they won't be. But
I mean, they could play spoiler.
That's what I'm saying. They won't be, but that's why this is a trap game for Timbers fans.
I think you backed Atlanta. I'm going to back Dallas here, and what's the nickname for Dallas here? What's the?
What do you mean, like the mascot? I mean, technically we're the Bulls. But
No. Like Hotlanta. So
Your mascot was a horse.
what's the shitty nickname for Dallas?
Bro, what? What kind of what are we talking about here, bro?
No, because everyone's saying Atlanta.
Me to help him come up with a way to drag my club. What kind of shit?
No.
Yo, just call him Frisco. Just call him Frisco.
Call him Frisco. There it is. There it is.
You know what? Hector has a really good one originally because I think FC Frisco is kind of like Frisco's actually. Nice.
South Oklahoma.
Yeah. Southern Oklahoma. That's the one. That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
For all the Austin fans who are clever with FC Frisco, Frisco is nicer than so many parts of Austin.
That started from the Dynamo fans. I'm gonna gatekeep that.
I'm gonna gatekeep that. I like that.
Austin
Dude, all the callbacks,
fans. I'm a gatekeep FC Frisco.
Hector,
I swear to God,
man.
at home, if you're watching this at home right now, I swear to God, we're not anti-Austin FC. It's just there's a lot of karma that's coming back.
Watch the last episode. Yeah.
It's the annoying 4-year-old brother that we had to put up with.
Yeah, there's a lot of karma, a lot of receipts that are just coming back around, and we're having fun with. But I swear to God, we don't slam Austin FC. In fact, for the most part, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they've reached a new low recently. Yeah. If anything, game recognizes game. You know what I mean? I gotta call it out for what it is. Realistically, I think put Dallas bias aside, it could be a trap game, but they're still gonna get scored on. It's gonna be a high scoring game that ends with Portland ultimately winning. 3-2 Portland.
Damn, just so the Portland fan shows up again in the comments, give me Dallas.
That fan, I can't remember the name. If you be applauding this right now, you should be. You should be applauding this right now. He says that I never give Portland any credit. I just picked you guys to beat my own club. I don't want to hear this shit anymore. All right, the agenda's done. I've officially ended it, and we're gonna move on. Amicably, we're gonna move on.
We said nice things about Portland. We just said they can't defend.
Yeah, but he literally said Jose in the last comment. So now, hey, you got me now. You
name
got my
checked
attention now. Okay, all right. You want Jose? Jose's here now. I'm saying that I'm backing your team to win, bro. All right, so, and that's me just putting my bias aside. Realistically, if you don't believe the next episode, I'm coming.
I found his name. Tell you say 73-79. I don't know. How
and tell you say trust me, bro. Like I'm coming for that neck if you guys don't beat a down bad Dallas team. So
they could dive put in some respect on Portland.
We've also respect.
I love the comments. I'm not saying don't keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing, do all those great things.
Say maybe you'll come around eventually.
Yeah, they said maybe I'll come around, bro. I've been here. I've said Portland's a good team. They're just up and down. There's two sides to the game. If you only watch the goals being scored, sure, I think Portland are world beaters. But they also let leak goals in, and that's why I think they're 50-50. But we'll see how this game goes. We'll see how it goes. Evander for MVP, by the way, is actually not a bad shout anymore.
They're the best offensive team in the league, aren't they? Oh, no.
I think so. They're up there with Miami.
They scored 64 goals, but they also allowed 54.
Yeah,
so, that's what I'm saying.
That's all we're saying, bro. That's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying. Okay, so picks are in. Mm-hmm. Who's back in Portland?
Portland. So I don't want to hear.
We got two Dallas, right? Two Dallas.
Yeah. FC Frisco.
I am riding the. Okay. I'm riding.
Yes.
Okay.
The gate was open. The gate was open.
It was. Had to roll through.
That backhandedness from AJ kind of stuck up on me. He got me. Fair play. That's some nasty work from AJ, by the way. That's work, bro.
There's so many Hotlandas in the last two episodes.
No, but that's not even a shout. Hey, man. That's some nasty work from AJ. I'm paying attention now from now on. I'm paying close attention. So look, bro, I appreciate it. I think it's going to be a good game either way. Two teams who really can't defend that well, but can score goals. So we'll see how it all nets out. But yeah, man, look, it's a fun episode. That is it. Those are our predictions for match day 37. If you haven't done so already, man, I don't know what you're doing. Like the video down below. Subscribe to the channel. We're getting dangerously close to 1,000. We'd love to be there by now. Can't do it without your help. All right. Free layer of support goes a long way. And look, it keeps you in tune for what's coming next. This is probably our last, I would say, regular predictions video for the remainder of the 2024 MLS season. Next week, we're coming back to rank, and I put our final predictions, our final rankings for the MVP race. A lot has changed since that video. We did that video, what's it been now, guys? A couple months, a few months since the original MVP rankings that we did. And
6 months
before the halfway point.
Yeah. So there's been a lot that has changed. There have been some newcomers who have emerged, and I got to say, man, there's some interesting shouts that should take place in that one. So more than a few hot takes. Again, subscribe if you're new. If you haven't done so already, so you do not miss that video. It is coming very soon. But anyway, from everybody here at Up MLS, my name's Jose. That's Hector. That's Honda. That's AJ. That's Davi. We'll catch you guys next time.